How you doing, guys? Moonchild back here for another review. I hope you missed me. And today we're going to be looking at the Sigelei 100w Plus. Let's take a look at it. So today we're going to be looking at the Sigelei 100w Plus. I purchased this from Fastech. I can't remember what it was in pounds, but I paid $86.58 for it. I think it was about £54-ish. Don't quote me on it, I'll find out and I'll put it in the description later on. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this mod. It's nice and weighty, it's nice and easy to use, and not overly fussed about the design on the front of the case there. If it weren't there, it wouldn't bother me. But other than that, I've got no other complaints about this. It comes with everything you need. It's LED screen. That's definitely upside down. So there you go, LED screen. We've got a spring-loaded 510 connection, which is copper, which I'll show you now. Let's wipe the juice off top first. There you go. 510 threads, nice and clean. I'm getting no ring marks from my atomizers. And I've been running a few different atties on this. I've been running the Troll at the moment, and that's built at 0.2 ohms. I've been running the Freak Show on here. I've been running the K-Fun, my Spire Nautilus, and everything's sitted flush, and everything's made a connection, and nothing's hanging over the sides. So I'll give you some specs. We have, sorry, I did try and remember all these. So depth is 23mm, height without any atomizer on top is 103mm. The weight, the width even, not the weight, the width is 57mm, and the product weight is 153 grams. So this device is powered by two 18-650s. They are in series, so make sure that if you're going to buy one of these, you buy two brand new batteries, and you only use them in this, only so that then all the battery polarities are the same, and you're not going to go, you're not going to get problems with one battery to another. What else have we got? So this is variable wattage from 10 watts to 100 watts. Up to 50 watts, it's in 0.1 increments. After 50 watts, it's in 1 watt increments. You get a low atomizer reading. The lowest you can go is 0.15 ohms. Battery voltage operation range is from 6.4 to 8.4 volts. Press the button 5 times, on and off. As I said, 510 threaded connection with a floating copper contact. It's powered by two 18-650s. Low resistance, as I said, and it also has reverse polarity protection and short circuit protection. And that's just in case you don't put your batteries in the right way around. I mean, it tells you quite clearly which way around to go, plus and minus, plus and minus. Magnets on the back door, absolutely fantastic. I've had no shaking. The button shakes a little bit, but other than that, again, it's the back nice and snappy, nice and easy. Button, nice and clicky. Even the up down button, nice and clicky buttons. Again, absolutely fantastic vape from it. This is at 0.2 ohms, 80 watts, and that's 4.1 volts. Everything's nice and simple to use. Like I said, up and down buttons. Yeah. And that's going up in 1 watt increments. Press and hold together, up and down buttons. That locks it, and to unlock it, just press and hold again for a couple of seconds. And press it 5 times. System off. 5 times back on. You get your Sigelei logo. Press the button. Fires away. So I've given you the basic rundown. What we'll do now is we'll take it down to the table, and I'll show you a close-up. So this is how your Sigelei 100w Plus will come to you from Fast Tech. I think this is a different box from what you'd get in the UK. I think the UK one's just a little bit larger, but nevertheless it's still authentic. So we've got the Sigelei 100w, vape it, love it, Sigelei website on the bottom. Nothing else on the sides. QR code there, and your colour ticked black, and some safety warnings just on the side there, and make that Sigelei logo there. So open the box. You come. There's your mod. We'll just put that aside for a second. And there is an Asmodus distribution there, because it's distributed by Asmodus, and a warranty card. I think that's just because Sigelei and Asmodus are, sort of teamed up. User manual there, nice and easy to read. English there, up to about halfway through, and then it's in your Chinese at the back. But it gives you the basics of just how to use the menu system, and just resistances and things like that. So as I said, this is your mod. This is in the silicone case that it comes with. So we'll take it out of that. I'm quite a fan of this. I like it. It makes it a lot easier to hold. It's not as slippy. I mean, this, if any of you know, this sort of feels like the back of an iPad, so it can get a little bit slippy, but this sort of prevents that. I wouldn't recommend using this sleeve with any drippers. I have, but sometimes if you get like a little bit of loose juice leak out, it can drop down in there, and it just makes the side of that sort of a little bit sticky and things like that. I mean, I've got some juice marks where I've done that, so it's not a big problem. Give it a wipe, it's fine. But that's just that. And then this is your mod. You've got the little swooshy lines there that sort of follow it around to the sides. If any of you have had or have seen the 50 watt Sigeleis or the 100 watts, this is just like a flat side, and it's like a little bit sharp, so they've just put like a recessed side in it. I think it looks quite nice. I think it looks nice and pretty. So if we open it up, just a little, if you get your nail just underneath there, comes out nice and easy. This is your insides. Little ribbon there to go around your batteries. Everything's marked out nicely for you, so you've got your plus and minus, your minus and your plus. Inside's nice and clean. There's no wiring that you can see. Just in the corner there, you can just see a little bit of wiring, but it's not in the way. It's not a problem. Copper contacts, if you can see, there's the bottom and there's your top. Again, nice and neat on the inside. I've not taken the back off just to look at the wiring on the board, but I mean it's only held on with that 4 screws, so it's not a problem. If you wanted to get in there, it's kind of idiot proof anyway. The back door, again magnets, nice and snappy, great batteries. I've had no rattle from it. The rattle, if you can hear that, is just from the fire button. But yeah, I mean the back door, the only problem I have had is just there. Just maybe a battery's just out of line, but that's not bothering. Once the batteries are in, it's absolutely perfectly fine. Like I said, it's powered by two 18650s. If you are going to use it, marry your batteries. It's a lot easier. It's a lot safer. And also, before I forget, just to show you the floating copper pin. as you can see, nice and springy in there. And the top's nice and clean. No marks from my 80s there either. So these are the batteries that I've been using. They're AWT batteries, 18650s, 35 amps. I'd recommend at least sort of 30 amp batteries in a box mod like this, just because you are going to take it down to, you know, you're gonna have low resistances. You want batteries that can handle that. Like I said, these are AWT batteries. I got these from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for them. I've not seen them before, but they've been working great. I think they were about £13 without delivery. But again, that was only a couple of pounds. When you do get a box mod like this and you buy your 2 new batteries, as you can see, if you can just about see, it's rubbed off a little bit now, but I have marked them. I've got battery 1 and battery 2. And then obviously switch them around once you put them back in and after you've charged them, just so you know that, you know, one battery is not getting more strain than the other one. Again, see, look, that now that it's not as clicky. Still got a little bit of wobble on the door, but I'm holding it like that. You know what I mean? So 5 clicks on. Press and hold. I'm going to get check atomizer, because obviously there's no atomizer on top. But you can still change all your wattages like that. It's going to read no volts, and it's going to just read at 1 ohm without an atomizer. There you go. But I mean, you can still do everything else. Press and hold to lock. There you go. And press and hold, unlock. But everything's nice and simple to use. So that's literally your menu system. I mean, it's not like the SX350 chip where you know, it doesn't need a USB port to charge the batteries. You are literally taking your own batteries and charging them yourself, which is, I think, is a little bit safer personally. And obviously the chip that can't be upgraded like the SX sort of chips can, but that's not a problem for me personally. So that's what I've got down at the table. What we'll do now is we'll take it back up to the top, talk on it, vape on it, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So I'll see you up there. Let's have a close and personal look at the Sigelei 100w plus. Again, I've been really enjoying this mod. It's a workhorse. I like the feel of it, with or without the case. It doesn't make no difference to me. Like I said, if I'm using the dripper, I won't necessarily have the case, just because of that. In case you do get a bit of leaking on there, and as much as it's not actually got in there yet, I can't see it being much of a problem if you leak too much for it to leak down sort of through the door and onto your electronics, which I wouldn't want. I mean, I reckon this is going to be a new workhorse. I don't know if any of you have ever used or seen the Inokin MVP version 2 or the 1, but I've got one of them and I've battered it. I've used it decorating, so it's got covered in paint. I've used it at work, and my hands are all greasy. I've dropped it, kicked it. You know, it's one of them sort of mods, and it keeps going. It's a workhorse. And personally, I see this being exactly the same. It's nice and weighty. I can't see it getting dented too easily. I reckon if you throw it around against the wall, it's just going to come back for more. It's one of them. So I'll show you what it can do now. As you can see from that, it absolutely chucks the vapour. I mean, obviously that's down to your resistances as well. Like I said, this is a 0.2 ohm coil at 80 watts. It's gonna throw, and the troll airflow is nice and open as well. I'm using the chuff style top cap on there as well, so everything's nice and wide. But again, it's absolutely stellar. It's an absolutely banging vape, and I'm well happy I bought this mod. Again, I bought this mod from Fast Tech, and it turned up absolutely perfectly fine. I used the My E-Pack. It's really vapey in here now. I used the My E-Pack delivery service, and it turned up within its allocated time. It only took about 9-10 days and that was ordering just before a weekend as well. So they absolutely smashed it out of the park for that, for once, as some of you might say. But yeah, I mean, that's what I've got for you today, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. And remember, vaping is the way forward.